Hey friends, welcome back to another Minisode. What did you think of this episode with Michelle Nezat, the host of More Than a Song podcast? I can tell you I enjoyed recording this, and I also enjoyed listening to it again when it came out. If we're being honest, I have had a struggle with Christian music lately. It's kind of a love-hate situation, I guess. And perhaps that makes you gasp. You're like, oh no, a Christian who doesn't like Christian music? What is going on here? But hear me out. If you listened to season 2, I did a deep dive talking about various problematic Christian music or Christian bands, ones that are deconstructing, ones that are talking about gospels that aren't actually gospels. I included some worship music, and during that time, I learned a lot. And because of that, I have had a struggle trying to find music that I know I can trust, that I can believe that what they say, they mean. Because when I listen to Christian music, in the back of my mind, I'm wondering, do they really believe what they're singing about? Or are they just singing this because they know they can make a buck off Christians if they just label themselves a Christian and sing it? And perhaps that's terrible for me to think. And I'm not trying to judge. I will lay that out there that I'm not trying to judge, because I will not tell people don't listen to them. I just give them the facts that I have learned and the things that I have learned, and whatever they choose to do with it is their own business. These are just thoughts that I have, and they're sincere thoughts, because honestly, I had a lot of Christian music in my life. That was all I could listen to before when I was younger. And even still, my parents went deeper and it was only Christian girl music. So I grew up in the Christian scene in the 90s and the early 2000s. I listened to all of it. I listened to worship music from Elevation and Hillsong, and I listened to I didn't like Caedmon's Call, but sometimes I listened to them, Avalon and DC Talk, Delirious, everything. I listened to it. Jeremy Camp, all these people, Toby Mac, these were my things. These were my jam. Newsboys, all of it. Whatever you can name, I probably listened to it. I grew up listening to that, and it stuck with me. In my mind, when I was going through 2020 and I was seeing people deconstruct, I never thought it would be Christian artists that were also leaving the faith, that were doing things that were wrong. I didn't think it could be pastors. I didn't think it could be any of this. So when I noticed that they were doing that, when they were going away from the faith, when they were celebrating pride and transgenderism and things like that for different artists, this all blew my mind. I was very devastated. It was like my idols fell. And that's the problem right there, is that they were my idols. Through listening to Michelle Nezat's podcast, I have found good biblically based songs, and I have found new ways of studying the Bible. I have also found new ways of studying my Christian music, which is important as well, because we are getting ministered to through the music we listen to, right? I mean, even if it's not Christian music, let's put it in a worldly, secular music perspective. You're learning values through the music that you listen to. Why would you not think that you are also doing that through the Christian music you're listening to? You can't just blindly believe that just because they say they're a Christian artist, or they're playing on K-Love or whatever Christian station you listen to, that they are safe music for you to listen to. Look at the values they put online. Look at the songs that they're singing. Is it biblical? Not everything has to literally come from the Bible, although I love music that does that, which is why I like the Corner Room. But if you're listening to a song that's talking about God, you better make sure that they are talking about the God from the Bible, the Jesus from the Bible, that they aren't putting in their own doctrines from things they've heard out in the world. You have to know that it's biblically based. And that is why I love Michelle Nezat's podcast. So if you have not had a chance to listen to it yet, I strongly suggest you start listening to More Than a Song podcast. I'm on their mailing list. I get all the show notes, the bites for every episode. I listen to every episode because I am looking for good, solid, biblically sound music that I can listen to with my children, by myself, because I cannot live without listening to music that gives God the glory. I notice in my mornings, if I am not spending time with God through music or through about reading the Bible, I am a hormonal wreck the rest of the day, and I am not fun to be around, even for myself, but I can't get away from myself. So I hope you have learned something from this. Please send me a message. Let me know what your thoughts were about the episode. Let me know how the deconstruction of some of these Christian artists have affected you. Go back and listen to season 2 of this podcast and learn some things that maybe you didn't know before and get some knowledge and some help on different songs, different bands that maybe you can listen to if the ones that you've been listening to might be compromised. Go to honestchristianconversations.com. You can send me a message through the contact link. You can go into the show notes. There's going to be 2 anonymous links there. Leave me a voicemail, leave me a message there. Let me know what you thought of this. And a takeaway question for you today is, which song is your favorite Christian song? Think about that and then do a deep dive on that song. Figure out why you love it so much. Figure out how to use one of the bites that Michelle Nizat has on her website, and just figure out how to use it to put into your daily walk when you listen to your music. But do it with this one song first so that you get an idea of how it works, and then you can start implementing it into everything else. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. I hope you have a good rest of your week. Love you guys.